going to have a very strong campaign, which we will not let up on. And so we have 10 demands, and Alicia Cool, the president of the Santa Cruz Homeless Union, will be reading these 10 demands, and we're going to do them, and we hope that this organization endorses these 10 demands tonight. Thank you.
I'd like to start by also saying that we are running a campaign that has to do with nothing about us without us. And so we're also requesting that you take a vote and put 2 members of the California Homeless Union and include them in this CAPS committee. And in addition to that, I'd like to start with the demands. Number 1, we're requesting a moratorium on enforcement of all laws designed to or having the effect of criminalizing the homeless, including the issuing of citations for being in a park after dark, trespass on public property, and the blocking of sidewalks, dismissal of all pending charges against persons who were forced to break these laws in order to survive. Number 2, immediate opening of the Civic Auditorium and other public buildings vacant at night as emergency shelter for the elderly, disabled, and vulnerable folks this winter. Public disclosure of all vacant city-owned, city-controlled, and taxed delinquent properties and their designation as available emergency housing for the homeless. Moratorium on evictions of low-income renters facing homelessness. Immediate opening of the city and citizen-organized survival campgrounds for the winter. Number 3, full compliance with the legal requirements of Martin versus Boise, the decision by the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals that prohibits enactment and enforcement of laws targeting the homeless where no alternative indoor shelter has been provided. We have a severe lack of that in Santa Cruz, as you all know. If you don't, I'm here to let you know. The firing of Santa Cruz Chief of Police Andrew Mills, City Manager Martine Burnell, and Assistant City Manager Susie O'Hara. They contributed to the narrative and the lies that closed the Ross camp, and they contributed to the death of my friend. She wasn't offered any alternative housing, and she died in the podium because of that. Number 5, fully restore the rights to those living at 1220 River Street. Provide showers, drinking water, free access for those who make 1220 River their home, and respect the civil rights of all who live at that city-run camp. Terminate the contract with the Salvation Army and recognize the rights and abilities of the 1220 River Street residents to manage themselves. We don't need a nanny. Number 6, end the seizure of homeless people's personal survival property. It's happening on a weekly basis. It's happening over on Coral Street. We're having winter supply drives weekly to replace the survival gear that is being taken from people. I worry that people will be freezing to death. It's extremely cold tonight, and we're constantly replacing that stuff. You can order the city to stop doing that. Number 7, authorize private entities to sponsor portable toilets, provide 24-hour access to public bathrooms at the Soquel and Locust Street garages, and restore full access to Loud Nelson bathrooms with the code if necessary. We need bathrooms. It's not rocket science. Number 8, demand that Chief Mills, Mayor Watkins, and the City Manager Burnell publicly denounce vigilante violence and harassment against those who cannot afford housing, and remove all anti-homeless hate speech on the city websites and social media platforms. We know that there have been threats against the lives of the homeless. We're just asking our police chief to make a public announcement that vigilante violence will not be tolerated against our homeless. Number 9, acknowledge the legitimacy of homes on wheels, parking in industrial zones, add sanitary facilities and trash pickups, and end the towing of people's homes, even if they are not registered. They just announced that if you have over 5 parking tickets or your registration is over 5 months old, they will be towing your vehicle away. It's one of the last affordable housing options, and it will cause more homelessness. You can ask the City Council to not do that. And number 10, designate October 27th as Desiree Quintero Day in the city of Santa Cruz. I feel like it's the least that can be done. Copies of this have been provided to City Council. They're rough copies. The better copies are online, but I have copies of this. These are serious demands. I mean it. Things are going to happen if these are not met.
Thank you.
Thank